What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna show the workflow of the MPC. Pretty much get you started for those of you who have it new, and for those of you asking the questions about the workflow. I'm gonna go ahead and do one. Simple beats. You know, I have nothing. I'm not using no keyboards. I'm not using the MPC software from the computer. I'm doing all this in standalone mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power this off. I'm going to power it off, and I'm going to start from the moment I powered it on. Here it is. And like I said, I'm running this on battery. I moved it over here. I have nothing plugged in. This is just the plain box by itself. As you see, with the outputs to the mixer. That's it. No dolls, no nothing here involved. And this is what your screen comes up with when you're on battery mode. It says, you know, beats await, press to start. So you hold down to start, then you get your menu. I'm not going to use none of these templates because I want to start like, you know, like if you're making your own thing. Okay, so first of all, what are you going to make? Let's say you want to make a hip hop beat. I'm going to bring this tempo down to about 90. I can leave it on 95. I can leave it on 90. It depends what you're making. I'm not going to go with no trap though. So we're going to go 90, right? 90 beats per minute. I'm going to start off by going in here. Let me go back again. I didn't mention what I was doing. So I'm going to start off by hitting the assign sample. Browse right here. And then if you have a hard drive installed, you can use that as your sample place, because you have one that says sample here. But I also have a hard drive installed that has more samples, so I'm gonna go ahead with that. What I have inside. Alright, there's two kicks. So what do? You look for your sample, and when you find the sample you want, you see this pad when it's green, and you hit the sample, and you click the sample, it's gonna load it. If it's yellow, or you know, I don't know what color you have it set to, but I have it set this way, and I think it's like this by default. If it's yellow, it won't load it to the pad. It'll just load it into the spool on the side. So when you go back and look at your samples, like, let me see. Let's say let's say that one. It's green, right? Put it yellow. When I hit it, it just loaded it over here to the spool, but not to the pad. See? It didn't load it to the pad. So when you come back out and go to your main screen and then you do the assign sample thing, it's here in the side in the spool, but it's not loaded to the pad. See? Now, and right here, if you want, you can, let's say I got that one loaded, right? And then on the second one, all you do is tap it, it turns green, and you scroll down and it'll automatically load. See? If I go like this, that's what's gonna be loaded. That's gonna be loaded on the second pad down there, the one that's green. Whatever I leave it at, that's what's gonna be. So I'll be like, it don't match. That one does match. So what we could do is, I'll use that one, but I'll put it down here. Now let me get some more samples here. Let me get like a hi-hat or something. I'll leave this one on green, hit it, load it. And let's say you already have it in the spool, and then you try to hit it. When you hit it again, it's going to tell you, caution, this sample exists on whatever pad you are. Then and then asks, you want to cancel because it's already in the spool, or do you want to replace the current pad with that one that you hit? I'll put replace, and now I got that in there. I feel like flipping these two around. So there you go. You got a few samples loaded, not a lot. Just those four. Alright, so now you go ahead and you set your bars. How many bars you want now? Before I start recording, I want to set the bars. So you look at this right here. Right beside your 90 beat per minute, you look at your bar and 8, 4, whatever you want to put in there. I'm going to leave it at 4. We can start right there. So if you hit record, and it starts flashing, and you hit your play start, that's when your recording starts. And as soon as it gets through with the 4 bars, the overdub is going to come out. So whatever you do after that is going to be on top of what's there already. See, there goes the overdub. So you can start off like this. And there it goes, it keeps going automatically. So this is from scratch, like I said. This right here is your first sequence already. You don't have to build up if you don't want to. You can start off with one full sequence right there. I like to build up because that way, if I have to export something, I have just the kick alone, or just the snare alone, or whatever it is. I have them all separate. I'll leave like the first 4 or 5 sequences to be all by itself, and if I don't want to start the song like that, I won't. I can start with sequence 4 that has probably the snares, the drum, the hi-hat, and all that. So but starting off, I always like doing it separate because I like having all these sounds separately, because that way I can take them and do whatever I want with them later on, manipulate, just leave a kick, whatever. But anyway, you got the kicks, so you go ahead, hit the pencil, and this sequence right here on that page. When you hit that, it gives you an option to copy that contents from sequence 1 to what sequence you want to copy that. Of course, I'll put number 2 and do it. And once I do it, cancel out so I can leave that. And now in sequence 2, I have the same thing. But I'm going to add the snare now. Sequence 2. Let that roll by. Take that one, do the same thing. So now from 2, we're going to copy the 3. This one, it chose it automatically this time. It's already sitting there. Alright, so now we're on 3. Take that, copy it, boom. Take it, put it on 4, boom. We're on 4 now. Record overdub now. Guys, remember this. Overdub is what you're going to use. Every time you stop it, don't hit record. If you hit record, you're going to erase everything you put in there. And then you're going to have to undo it. Good thing that it has that feature is badass, man, that undo. If it wasn't for that feature, man, a lot of people will be messing up and have to start the whole project all over. That's a good feature. So don't hit record, hit overdub. Every time you're gonna do something, overdub, so you won't get rid of the stuff. So you won't erase what you had there already. So overdub this. Okay, do the same thing. Sequence 5. Do it. Now on the 5th. This one could be fast. This right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put like, I wanna do this. But you can do it manually like that, or you can hit the note repeat right up here. Hit it twice. When you hit it, I got it set to 1/16, 1/8, 1/16. And then this last one here where it says 3, those are triplets. So you can have like at 1/64, which is that one, 132, and then 132 with triplets, or 1/64 with the triplets. If I do 1/16 with the triplets, this is what it's gonna sound like. That's good for snares, you know, ta 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 ta. But I'm gonna take the triplets off and I'm just gonna do this one. So we're gonna overdub, hit it. See, a lot of these sounds don't, like, after you're done with all this, you gotta go ahead and mess with the mixer now, because some of these sounds are too loud, some of them are too low. So I would have to probably bring down some hi-hats and whatnot. But here we go. Now we're on sequence 6 already. Sequence 6. And to go back, you just check it first. You hit the sequence, go back. Here's your first one, which was just that. Your second one. Third. Fourth. See, that one's too loud. Like, for fifth, and that's too loud too. Sixth. Wait a minute, fifth and sixth. Yeah. So we're on the sixth one now. What are we gonna add on the sixth? I still got these two left. I'm just gonna throw that in there just to fill in. I'm not gonna do anything else on here. I'm gonna look for something. Go back out. Okay, you're here, right? I'm done with the sounds I was using. I used them all. These two are the same. I ain't gonna mess with them. You know, that part is done already. You know how to do that already. You know how to load all that up. And what I didn't mention is that, and I do have it on another video out there, but what you can do is, when you are running out of sounds, you need sounds, right? You got 16 here, right? But you hit bank 2 and you put another 16. Still not enough? Hit bank 3, still got 16 more. Still not enough? Hit bank 4. Still not enough? Double tap, put 16 more. That's what I love about this unit. I mean, you can put sound. There ain't no excuse for not. You will never run out of sounds with the MPC Live as far as your project goes. You can just add so much. You don't use this much, man. I mean, unless you're making a full mixtape, like, I don't know, I would say maybe 5-6 tracks or songs. Separate song all in one. If you're making like 5 songs all in one, that's when you probably use all 4. But I don't even use all this, man. I probably is good to me. They could have left 4. I mean, option is always great. Not saying like I had to take it out, man. Don't even take it out, because maybe later down the line we might find some more or I might find some more uses for it. This is an excellent feature though, man. You have all these banks. You got 16 times 4. That's 64 banks. That's 64 pads right there. Sounds. Then another 64, 128 sounds. Am I right? Let's see, my math. 16 and 16 is 32. Times 2 is 64. 120. Yes, it is. 128 sounds in one song? I don't think so, man. That's more for mixing, where you put in the whole mess of effects and little things here and there, and swishes, and maybe a little, you know, something. But this is awesome, bro. I love this shit. Love this shit, man, right here. You gotta love it, man. That's all that bank right there. Something that the Tarise doesn't have, man. It only has one bank, dude. That's 16 sounds. And I'm always running. See, it's like this is too much and the Tarise is too little. I would be happy if the Tarise only had 2 banks. I mean, yeah, 4 is a lot better. But hey, man, give me at least 2. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we'll have a lot more sounds in there. But anyway, let's do this. So I'm done with the kicks and all that. So now I want to go ahead and do some melodies, right? Well, my bad. So hit the samples again. Hit the browse. And like I said, I'm not using no plugins. I'm not using none of that stuff because I don't have the computer right here installed. I mean, plugged in or anything. So I go over here and I go to my samples here. Hold on. Hit sign browse. You hit your browse, you're going to look for samples, right? So now what I'm looking for here is content. I'm looking for this right here, where it has instruments. This is where I'm going to get my sounds from, since I don't have no plugin. This is where I'm going to get my pianos or whatever, my basses, and it's right there. This comes included with the software that Akai brings. So hit that. There was a fat bass here that I liked. I can't find it now. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, anyway, I put in that. All this is being loaded to the spool. Hit that. Piano. I got a bass, I got a piano. Let me take 2 or 3 sounds so I can go over there and mess with it. Lead. I'm not going to put any more because I'm not going to keep looking. So anyway, so we got that. Now, that's number 6, right? That's where we left off. Okay? I'm going to hit that piano right there, that keyboard right there. Because everything we did was on the program right here. It's called program. This is your sequences. These are your tracks. And this is your program. The program consists of 16 pads right here. The drum program, the drum program, because it says it right there, drum program. The tracks are every separate track that you're going to use. Like right now I got that whole program right there. That's going to be like in track 1. Track 2 is what I'm switching out to now. It says unused, like you see there. That's my track 2. And I'm going to hit that, which is the keyboard. And once I hit the keyboard, that means I'm going to do a different track, no drums. I'm going to do the sounds because that's why the keyboard is there loaded. I'm going to do like the piano sounds. And then in the bottom right here is where you're going to pick what sound I want. You know I loaded that bass I told you just a minute ago and all that. That's where it's at right there. You got the bass. You got the piano. You got the brass and the guitar. That's it. That's all I loaded. Now, that's where I'm at, right? Too low, right? Hit the second bank. Too low still? Go with that one then. I'm going to pump up the volume a little bit here. See what we got. Alright, so we got that, right? Now, if you don't want, this is just key. Just key. Now you go back to that main menu over here, the menu. And you see this right here, it says pad perform. Hit that. And here's where you have your options. You got notes. Then you got your chords. You got your chromatic chords. And you got your progressions. But for now, let's go with the regular chords. Then right under that section you have, under your chords and all that, you have your scale and octave. If you feel it a little bit high, bring it down an octave. Let me go back to notes. Keep it at 0 then, for now. Okay, I got a lot of volume over there, but not too much over here to me. Alright, let's hit that. Like I said, I don't have the keyboard, and it's kind of hard for me to play off of these keys, but I'm just doing anything right now. But I do have the handy dandy wireless. And reason why I say this, because I got my computers all the way over there, man, and I moved the MPC light to do this video so I can be in a flatter spot. But I have this wireless one, which I can just go ahead and plug that in real quick. I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna plug in this one just so I can get something going on here. Bluetooth on, and hit the pair button on this, and it says it's connected, and it is. See? Alright, whatever. Leave that there. We're on the 6th. Hit that. Sequence. Go to 7 now. Do a little bit more on it. See, we've been building up all this. Go to another track. Track 3. And then change it to... It's gonna be repeating itself because, of course, I'm not mixing anything yet. That's later. Number 8. Number 8. What else do we have? We have more tracks in here. I'm gonna go ahead with... It's off a little, right? So what you do is here, if you, in case, you know, this is just me messing around, like I said. I mean, so just to see a workflow or something here. You go into the, here's your section right here. The guitars were a little bit off, so you're gonna mark the guitar right there and then hit that little grid right there. There you go. That's where you're gonna see your scores at, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it the way it's supposed to be. Alright, we'll just leave it alone. I'm not gonna play with it too much. But this is where you find that at. This is where you find and you fix your scores, get them straightened out. It has the functions are down here. It has you got your nudge, your edit, start, edit, and now in order for you to do that, you got to use this tool right here. This is the tool, this third tool, 1, 2, 3, yeah, the third tool is what marks what you're gonna alter or adjust right here. So if they're all highlighted like that with that white on the side, any little thing you do to any of these right here that you think you might be fixing, it's gonna adjust the whole thing. So you got to make sure that you don't mess up the rest. Let's say it's only one that I want to fix. Well, just make sure you hit just that one right there. Don't hit all of them because you're gonna mess up the whole thing, man. You're gonna take them out of a place. So you adjust that first one. Let's say if it was that one, and then this is your start. See, it adjusts the beginning of that score, and the end, it adjusts the end of that score. So for example, if I'm over here in front, look, these scores are not even or anything like that. They're kind of like off and all that. So I'll just take them. If I were to mark all three, I'm just marking all three right now. Oh, I moved it. Hold on. There it is. So I'm moving all three. The starts are already right at the beginning because of the first ones. Now the ends, I want to get them kind of evened out, right? So these two guys right here were a little bit shorter than the first one. Damn it, I moved it again. Okay, these two guys were a little bit shorter than the first one, right? So what I do is I first fix the one that I want to fix, and then I highlight it again, but I only highlight the ones that I want to fix, like that. Once the second one's ready, highlight the third one, and get them all evened out. Damn, I marked these two. See, it gets a little, there it is. Put this one back the way it was, and those three are even. See, there's a lot of them that are off somewhere around the line. I'm not gonna get all into that, but you got the idea. Same thing as if you were using a dot. You know, you just square them off, put them where they belong, and then at the bottom right here you have your velocities. You tap it twice to get it long. Look, you tap it once, you get that portion. Tap it again, you get the long portion. This is your velocity, your volumes, velocity of every single score that you put in there. They're all in there, and this is where you can alter them and do whatever you want to do to them. If you want to raise the volume or you want to keep it low, don't matter. As you bring it down, it turns yellow, then it starts getting orange, and then it goes red. As it gets a little bit, you know, stronger or, you know, louder. This is pretty much the pressure you know. But anyway, that's that. Hop out of there. And then you have this. This right here is your mixer, your tracks, pretty much. You have them all here lined up. This is where you can get a hold of them easier, because here's your volumes. See? It's not the pad mixer. The pad mixer I was messing with earlier, but this is where you can see them all in a line. See? When you lower them down. This is actually where I'm supposed to be messing with it and not here. So that's that. That was the third one. The fourth one down here, this is a sequencer. Basically, this right here will mark whatever you want to see, whichever bar you want to see. This is where you select it at. Pass select. This is wherever you want to put it on. Not just to the side, whatnot. See, wherever you want to put the sequence at. And I was trying to hit that pad right there, but that would be here, because you can't hit it there. So this right here, this pad right here is basically what you want to see. You want to see the kicks. There's the kicks. Wait, there. That'll be the kicks right there. That would be the snares. So when the snares hit, you're gonna see that one hit right there. See? But you're gonna only hear the first one because it's on the first bar. So hit it again. There goes your hi-hat. Hit it again. Your other hi-hats. Or shakers. And that's that. I don't like this part too much. And then you have your effects right here. Your XY effects. What does the effects do? It repeats, it filters, and it depends what you want, because you put it on setup right here. So far, this one right here has a beat repeat with low pass filter. That's why every time when I scroll my finger to the side more, it starts repeating and it filters off up and down. Watch. Right here, it won't repeat right here. It's just filtering. Now when I scroll my finger to the side, it's repeating. I didn't talk about the pad perform too much. Let me go out. Let me see if I can say something about that. You have, I spoke about the scale and octave, right? Under that you have your chord. See? The different. You got your Sa region or Phi region, whatever you say it. Lydian. You got a lot of sounds here. I mean, this thing has a lot of good features. That's the workflow. That's on your chords. Your chromatics. Welcome back. Guys, I'm going to cut this video. It's getting kind of long. So, see y'all on the next, guys.